Hi, I have just a few comments before we get started in Unit 2. First of all, Unit 2 covers a wide berth of topics, and you wouldn't be wrong if you thought that these topics kind of don't all fit together, but hopefully you can make them work together. One of the first topics that we look at in Unit 2 is standards, and I hope that you'll begin to conceptualize matching up library standards, especially those standards for the 21st century learner, with Common Core standards. This course is in no way intended to make you an expert in Common Core, but to basically just sort of give you a level 1 understanding of Common Core so that you can begin to conceptualize how it is that you will help your teachers implement Common Core in your school. Actually, it falls to the responsibility of the districts to figure out how they want to have their teachers handle implementing Common Core and get students ready for the tests that they will have to take. But remember that you have a big responsibility in becoming a full-fledged partner and being ready to put yourself out as someone who can really assist and facilitate teachers within your school. So I do call your attention to one of the documents on the Montana Teacher Librarian Wiki. It's linked in course content under Program Planning, and under Program Framework you're going to find a succinct iteration of what the mission of a library program could be and what the essential functions are of a teacher librarian. These essential functions have been around for a long time, and I think that they're going to stay, and I'd like you to just take a look at them and kind of absorb them. They are divided into information and technology instruction, reading advocacy, and information management and services. I really think our roles are going to continue to be based on that kind of three-prong approach, if you will. I think that these three ideas are very foundational. So go ahead and spend some time thinking about that if you would. And then I'd also like you to think about what some enduring understandings are. What is it that you want to have your students take from their time in the library program? Something that goes beyond just the skill that maybe you taught them, how to cite a source or something like that. Think outside the box, if you will, on this. For example, a very basic enduring understanding that I would hope that students would take away from a library program is that the people who work in libraries and the people who work with information are really enthused and excited about being able to share their own love of learning, reading information, if you will. But that very key to that is that they want to be helpful, that they can take that love and share it and benefit the user. So those are just some of the ideas I hope that you'll think about and try to find some essential understandings. We also in this unit consider some of the impact that internet and digital connectivity are making on our lives. The article, Is Google Making Us Stupid?, has been around for a few years, but I think it's every bit as relevant today as it was when it was first written. Nicholas Carr has also written a book called The Shallows, which further expands on this idea, and if you ever have a chance to read it or even parts of it, I certainly would encourage you to do so. Some of you may have already read it. So these are some of the things that we'll be doing in this unit. Also want you to take a look at YouTube and to try to find something on the YouTube videos that either you would want to include in educationally that we could share, or even something that's just kind of fun and helpful. For example, if I were doing this, probably the YouTube video that I would share is the one that shows how you have a very easy way to put a binding on a quilt. So those are the kind of things we're looking at, a whole lot of very disparate topics, but we'll weave them together as we continue on. Thanks for your attention.